Okay, so what are we going to learn today? And all of you who are getting tempted to raise your hand without a reason, please don't do that. That disturbs the class. We will not do that. And every child gets 3 or 4 chances to raise their hand. If you have already raised 3 times, you are done for the day. You'll only learn. No answer. Okay. And control your feet. If the iPad falls, I will steal 1 tire of your dad's car.
No, shave your eyebrows. Yes.
Everybody here. Okay, here. So let's get started. We started talking about volume and surface area of solid objects. That is where we talked about volume and surface area of a cuboid, volume and surface area of a cube, phones inside. Phones are not supposed to be out, and all the friendship outside the class. Okay, so everybody who is not able to control their emotions, stay outside, take a fresh, breeze of air, and then come inside. But please don't disturb the class for your creativity. All right. So we were talking about volume and surface area of cuboid, cube, and right cylinder. And I don't think we practiced enough. We just touched upon few of the problems. I wanted to bring one point to everybody's notice. I saw Sandy and Celine also, right? Yeah, both are there. Sanvita also joined. One thing is, I don't get assignments back from you guys nowadays, except 1 or 2 of you. Rudraj? That pendulum there is not needed. Okay, so just a reminder for you all, okay, when we do, what is the protocol of our class, whatever we learn in the class, hands down, you don't have to react to, okay, I thought you were raising a hand. If I say good morning, you will raise your hand, don't do that. My question here was, there is a protocol of the class, okay, let me just remind you all so that you don't forget. Whatever we do in the class, I ask you guys not to take notes, because so that you can focus your energy on following the concepts, understanding it, arguing, debating, and learning it better. Then after the class, we have the video recording for the class. You guys can watch the video of the class later to make your own notes. That okay, let's see what all we learned, and let me write in my own words without rushing for it. Make your notes, which you will use for your revision later on. Third thing is, I give the assignments. And I don't give enough assignments, I give only a little bit of assignments so that you guys can apply the concept that we're learning in the class. And the expectation is you guys will do the assignment, show it to your parents and explain that okay, this was the assignment, this is how I approached. Are you able to give that story back to your parents or not? They will know whether you have understood things or not. Apart from these 3 things, then once your parents check your assignments, they will just send it to me for my reference. That's it. I don't see you guys watching video because I count views. I don't get assignment back from you guys. I'm worried if you guys are doing assignments or not. Some of you are doing, but not most of you. And then out of that, no other questions are ever asked. I don't think I'm the best teacher, because if I'm teaching something is not clear, kids should ask me. I don't hear those questions back from you guys. That makes me even more worried. So please, I remind you guys, request that if there is the tiniest of doubt, please reach out to me and send me a text message using your parents' numbers or whatever. Or even let me know in the class. Don't think that everybody is raising thumbs up, you will also have to raise thumbs up. No, that is not the goal. Okay? So argue, discuss, disagree to learn more. Alright, that was a nice speech that I had prepared. 8 minutes over, let's jump on to the class. So we talked about volume and surface area of different objects, 3D objects. Control. So If I'm talking about volume and surface area, what is volume, Tasvik?
The
What is volume? Basic understanding. Tasvik.
space, object, the amount of space an object takes.
Amount of space an object takes. Okay? So, we talked about amount of space any object takes. If I'm talking about triangle, I'm talking about the amount of space taken on this board, this piece of paper, this surface. But if you guys are trying to figure out how much space I take, what is my volume, you cannot glue me on this to find out what is my volume, right? I have length, width and height also. That's why volume, this is two dimensions, length and width. When you add height to it, that is when it becomes a 3D object, three-dimensional object. And that is when volume comes into picture. If you're talking about the space taken by a two-dimensional object, meaning along length and width, you talk about area. We are looking at the space taken by somebody who has something which is three-dimensional, that is when it becomes volume. So area and volume, these are related. Divan, does it make sense? Does it make sense to you? Arihan, everybody okay? Sami okay? Everybody disappeared. See, I was able to see all the kids. Now I see only AI. Keep your video on it, okay? Because if I don't see you guys, I would not know if I'm making sense to everybody or not. Now, so volume is the space taken by any object. Okay? So now look at a situation. If you have, let's say, a swimming pool, okay? And swimming pool is full to the top. You cannot even pour one drop of water into it. Okay? It is so much full. Now, you hold me here and dip me in the swimming pool. What will happen? High five. Okay. You dip me in the swimming pool, what will happen? Sami, I'll come to you. Everybody gets 3 or 4 chances in the class, okay? Not you or you or you or you or you will not be able to answer every question, okay? Everybody gets to participate, okay? That's the goal. Yes, Sami, tell me what will happen if you dip me in the swimming pool which is full already.
Like if someone dips you into the pool, then the pool will start overflowing because it doesn't have enough volume to hold everything.
What does overflowing mean?
Like all the water will come out to make space.
All the water?
Not all the water. Some of the water will come out to make space for the new material that's coming inside.
Exactly. So what's happening here is the amount of water that comes out of the pool is equal to the volume that my body needs to submerge in the swimming pool. So basically, in summary, if this water bottle is full and I drop this pen inside this bottle, Myra, when we are in the class, I would assume that we are doing nothing apart from what we are doing right now. Okay? Everybody. Though I am calling out some name, that doesn't mean it's only for those people. It's for each one of you, including me. If I start texting my friend, you guys will stop me saying, sir, we are in the class. Okay? So, if this water bottle is full and if I dip this pen fully in the water bottle, water will come out of it. And that amount of water would be same as the volume of this pen. So that is a very commonly used technique since ancient days for finding volume. If I ask you to find out volume of a cuboid, cube, rectangle, wonderful. Find out volume of this guy. There is no formula. Seriously, it's not funny, but seriously, I'm not able to appreciate your creativity right now. Stay serious in the class. This bottle that you're seeing, it's not a cylinder. It is not symmetric also. There's a big hole here. There are a lot of fancy design here, which is not letting us decide whether it's a cylinder, cuboid or a cube. So any uneven shape, anything that you cannot map to a very commonly used generic shape, there was this ancient technique. You don't have to worry about the shape. You will take a bottle like this or any measuring thing. And as you can see here, there are marks here saying, okay, 500 ml, 700 ml, whatever. So I will fill water till 500 ml and dip this thing and see, is it going to 700 ml or 800 ml or 900 ml. And the difference is the volume of this guy, because this is the space that was needed and displays that much water. Yep.
So isn't that technique used to know what the density for each object is?
What is that?
Like, isn't that technique used to measure each density?
No, you cannot. You see, the whole, if you look at geometry, we talked about triangle, rectangle, square, kite, rhombus, trapezoid. Is that all? No. These are the basic shapes. Okay? And then there are shapes made out of these basic shapes, which is called compound shapes. You don't have to find out formula for all the possible shapes that you can think of. Pick up any shape, break it down to simpler ones, add them together, done deal. Yeah? Okay. Bhavish, are you with me?
Yeah.
Everybody able to follow me, right? Milana, Sandin, Celine, Hiranya, Dikshita, everybody okay, right? Okay. So, coming back to the point, volume is the amount of space taken by anything. If I have space, I will take it. If I don't have space, I will create it. That's what happened when we dipped something inside this. So it created space and it displaced everything else by the amount of space that it needed. So that was the technique that was used for measuring it. Now, so we talked about three types of basic shapes. Let's see who all is still comfortable with it and who all is kind of trying to figure it out. So one shape that we talked about was cuboid. Volume of the cuboid is length into width into height, and surface area of a cuboid is 2 times length into width plus width into height plus length into height. This was for the cuboid. And if anybody is trying to recall and understand why, we will come to it. This is the second shape, which is called cube. Volume of that is length cube and surface area is 6 times length square. Everybody is thinking why. What is the cuboid? Cuboid is extension of a rectangle. You have a rectangle. I will take Tasvik's notebook. I had a rectangle like this, meaning a page. I kept on putting one rectangle, another rectangle, another rectangle, another rectangle on the top of that. I added height to it. Now whatever we have is a cuboid. Rectangle, you added more layers to it, added more height to it, hands down. You are adding height to your hand, not needed right now. So again, same thing. As I said, in 1 hour you will be having opportunity to ask 3 or 4 questions. In last 5 years you have raised it 8 times. Not needed, better. Here, everybody here. So you had a base. This is length, this is width, and this is height. You had a rectangle before, you found, and then you added height to it. So volume of a cuboid is, or any shape is, volume of the base times height. Volume of the base is, area of the base times height. Area of the base is length into width. This is a rectangle. And then multiply with the height. You got it. That is cuboid. Surface area is all the area of the surface. What you're seeing is there's a side on the there's a rectangle on the front, same rectangle on the back. There's a rectangle on the side, same rectangle on the side. There's a rectangle on the top, there's a rectangle at the bottom. This rectangle, length and this is height. Length times height. Two of it. 2 times length into height. This side, this is the width and this is height. So width into height will be the area of this guy. 2 times of that. Width into height. 2 times of that. Look at the top. This is length and this is width. So this one we have covered. No, we have not covered. Length into width. Yeah, bye-bye. So
Length into width is the area of this guy and the bottom. 2 times length into width.
That is how this formula is derived. Bhavesh, Arihan, Vivan. Are you guys with me? I'm kind of dealing with the tongue twisters, okay? A lot of common names. When I'm switching from Bhavesh to Vivan, and I was thinking about Arihan, I got confused. Okay, but this is the volume and surface area of a cuboid. Look at this guy. Nihan, I did not use your name. Imagine my situation if I would have talked about Vivan, Arihan and Nihan. That would have been fun. Now coming back to the cube. Cube is something similar to a cuboid where your base is a square and then you add as much height as the side of the square. So you have something similar to this, but your length, width and height all are same. So volume will be length into width into height, all are same. So length into width into height, length into length into length, length cube. Similarly, you here also you have 6 sides, but all are same because every side is the same. Each side's area is length into length times 6, like a dice that you would have seen for playing snake and ladder. My biggest problem in today's world is when I have to pronounce snake versus snacks. Many a times when I'm pronouncing snake and ladder, I pronounce snacks and ladder. I don't think there's any game like that, snacks and ladder, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't mind having snacks climbing up the ladder, but that's not a game. All right. So this is the volume and surface area of a cube and cuboid. I was just doing a recap. I don't think we are learning anything new. You guys have come across this in the past, but let me randomly check. Dikshita, Sami, are you guys okay with her?
Yes.
Sure. How about Milana? No. That will be dangerous. It might explode. Give it to me. Yeah. It might explode. Okay. So, Hiranya, are you okay with her? Hiranya is not happy with me. She is super sad. Yeah? Okay, Nihan, okay? Sandrine, Celine, okay? Dikshita, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so this is the volume and surface area thing that we talked about.
For cuboid and cube,
There is another term that you guys will keep hearing about. That is called prism.
My bad.
How much bad? Okay. So prism is nothing but it's a trap to get you guys confused. It is nothing different from what we already know. So now let's look at it. We talked about cuboid, cube. There are some very intellectual people who call the cuboid as rectangular prism. Okay? So this was a rectangle. They call it a rectangular prism. You have a rectangle at the base and you are adding height to it. Same thing as cuboid, okay? So don't fall in the trap. Rectangular prism and cuboid are the same thing. That will also have length, width and height. Okay? Bhavesh, does it make sense better? Okay. Now you will hear about another term called triangular prism. What is the big deal? What is the big deal? No big deal. You have a triangle. See, this is a triangle.
Wait. So basically, so I remember whenever I got
You might want to say my bad. That was action. Okay. Guys, nobody. I'm not asking you guys to pounce onto him. I'm just asking him to control his emotions. One child doing something mischievous, I can control it. 5 people jumping onto it, a bigger problem. Okay, don't do that. Yeah.
Oh, remember? So,
Hey, it's okay. No, nobody laugh. No, please. Yeah.
so like, I remember whenever I went to the Singing Bazaar, I was those big chocolate, they're like triangular.
Yeah. Bourbon?
Yeah.
Bourbon or something? Okay. Okay. Guys. Stop the disturbance, please. I want everybody to concentrate here so that we make the best use of the time that we have. Here. So rectangular prism also, when you hear about, don't worry about it, okay? What you have to do is, you think that this is sitting on the base like this. So this is your base. Find out the area of this triangle and find out this length or the height, whatever you call it. Find out the area of this triangle, multiply it by this length, and that will be the volume of your rectangular prism. Triangular. So this is triangular prism. These are different names used, but nothing cryptic or fancy about it. Yep. I see kids are getting bored. Shall I start singing a song?
Yes. You should do it.
Okay, guys, wake up. See, I am a great singer, provided I have bathroom.
Me too.
I can do great in the bathroom. This is not a bathroom, so I'm not going to say. Come back. Here, everybody here. Now, we talked about the next one, that was a right cylinder.
Right cylinder?
Right cylinder.
It's right.
Where's the right one?
Oh my.
This looks right.
It's a right cylinder.
Okay. Guys, everybody here. Cylinder or right cylinder, okay? Whatever you want to call it. But it's called right. One reason, if you look at the center of it, an axis of symmetry, that is at 90 degree to the base. Okay? So that's why it's called right cylinder. Imagine the cylinder being a little tilted, not making 90 degree. The axis symmetry not being right angle. That is why, probably that's the reason why it's called right cylinder. Okay? If you look at it carefully, this radius and this is making perfect 90 degree. Just for sake of convenience. But anyway, let's not worry about it. That's not worth anything. But in the right cylinder, again, here if you have to find out the volume of any symmetrical shape is area of the base times the height. Area of the base, this is your circle. So pi r square times height. This was the volume. And surface area that we found was 2 pi r into r plus h. Now you'll say, from where? We proved that in the last class.
Wait, so then wouldn't the finding the volume always going to be like similar to finding like the regular 3D volume, because we have to find the base and then extend it with the height?
That's what I did, right? I said a volume of any symmetrical shape is area of the base times the height. So that's why I did not write pi r square h. I made the explicit point that this is my area of the base and multiplying that with the height.
Understood.
Yeah. Now, surface area of the cylinder. This is something that we did in the last class. I'm afraid. So here, surface area we did in the last class. Surface area, again, when we talk about surface area, we're talking about everything on the surface. So this is a circle at the top, there is a circle at the bottom. So this is pi r square, this is pi r square, where r is the radius of the cylinder obviously, and this is the height. So pi r square plus pi r square, 2 pi r square, 2 pi r square. And then we saw that this cylinder, if you look at it, what is the area of this curved surface? That is where I was doing that gymnastics in the last class. Where give me that photo. That is where the gymnastics I did in the last class was like this. Yeah?
Me too.
But there's no takeaway from what gymnastics you did. My gymnastics had a formula to it.
Did you ever pee?
Okay. Shh. We are talking about this area is pi r square, circle of area of a circle. This area which is pi r square, so 1 plus 1, 2 pi r square, that we got. And then this curved surface, how do we find it out? This is how tall, height, h. And then when I cut it open across the perimeter, look at this. This was the perimeter. When I cut it open, that became one side of the rectangle and this is the height. So 2 pi r into h. So total surface area is 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r into h. So that's why I have taken 2 pi r common and there I had r plus h. This is still just the formula part of it. And I can guarantee that I have not taught you guys anything so far. Whatever we did in the last class, I just did a recap of that. Bhavish, do you agree or you don't? Yeah? We just did a recap. Now the actual fun begins. Okay, let the fun begin. Let's see. And again, I must remind, warn, on, and I'm certain is a little loaded word, that all the problems that we are going to do are not difficult, okay? So don't think that it is difficult and then start worrying about it, okay? Keep in mind, that's why the warning was, that okay, my problems are not going to be difficult, okay? Guys, hold your sentiments, creativity, annoyance, whatever it is. Let's call 911. Here.
Wait, is it around the country?
Okay, guys, is it worthy enough to even pay attention to? Then why? Guys, he's useless, and if you are wasting time, then I don't know. Now let's look at it. This is a right cylinder. Find out the volume and surface area of this guy. But this is not a solid cylinder. This is a hollow cylinder. I want you guys to find out the volume and surface area of this cylinder, okay? And here's the catch. So basically there is a cylinder which is pulled out of this larger cylinder, okay? Basically it's a hollow cylinder. So the outer radius is 15 centimeter, let's say 14 centimeter, and the inner radius is 7 centimeter. Okay? Okay.
Wait, can you repeat that?
Yeah, I'm doing it. Okay. Hold your horses. Your horses need to be tamed. And don't keep wild horses at home. Okay. Now, the height of the cylinder is 140 centimeter. Okay. So, we are trying to find out the volume and surface area of this cylinder, which is hollow.
Well, I can't see the height. What's not like?
We are trying to find the volume and surface area of this hollow cylinder. When I say hollow, it has the outer radius of 14 centimeter and the inner radius of 7 centimeter. 14 and 7. And the height is 140 centimeter. Did everybody get the question or not?
Yes, sir. I purely understand the question.
When you got the question, say yes, sir. We are not going on a war. It's a simple mathematical problem. Solve it. Sit down properly, otherwise somebody will fall. So I'm repeating the question one last time. We are trying to find out the volume and surface area of this hollow cylinder which has outer radius of 14 centimeter, inner radius of 7 centimeter, and the height of 140 centimeter. Yep. Volume and surface area. Arav, he will not help you, trust me. Solve this.
Wait, is B the radius for the small one?
What is the smaller radius then? I said the smaller radius is 7 centimeter, larger radius is 14 centimeter.
Oh, okay. I thought it was B.
Okay, guys, you mind. Everybody mind your own business so that you can do justice with this problem. Sandrine, Sulain, Bhavesh, Vasundhara, Arihan, Saurya. Did everybody get the question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm trying to control my emotions.
No, not funny at all.
Yeah, it's not funny.
No, so Advik, you have to control it. You also have to control it. If you are focusing on problem, focus on problem. Otherwise, if you have to call for one reason, I'll end up calling for two reasons. It's not good. Arav, why are you getting tempted? Does he study in your class? Even if he does, doesn't matter, right?
Yes, sir.
Wait, do we solve surface area as well?
Surface area as well. That's where the fun is.
Okay.
And this problem, I might end up eating everybody's half an hour, the remaining 25 minutes we have. But there's a reason to it. I want you guys to spend another 7-8 minutes to solve it. Remaining 10 minutes, 15 minutes I will take for explaining it because I have a feeling, I have a hunch that some of you might need help. Do it first.
I did.
No, high five, right?
Oh, wait. What the?
You will forget it. If you pay attention there, there's nothing you will find interesting here.
But they're like my buttons. I'm not cute. That guy named Jimmy and
I have solution for every easy problem. Okay, bigger problem.
it's so bright.
And that's what. Is everybody able to try it? Milana, Suhina, Sami? Okay. Guys. He's a favorite of mosquitoes. Mosquitoes chase him a lot, I've seen it. Guys, everybody pay attention to what you're supposed to do. Don't waste your energy and time. I'm staying muted for next 5 minutes, not for you guys to chattel, but to solve this problem.
I could.
कंट्रोल भाई होगा नहीं. I mean, I would want to talk to your teachers in the school to understand what do they do.
My teachers love me.
It's not about you or him or her or her. It's about I want to learn from them. For me, it's a learning opportunity to see how is he able to deal with 50 of you and still stay productive and make you guys learn something. My goal is not to complain about you guys. My goal is to learn from his experience or her experience.
They have migraines.
Yeah. Okay.
They have me.
Okay. Have you solved the problem?
Yes, sir.
What are you proud of?
Me.
First finish the problem. That's only important. Right. Let's not waste our time and energy on unnecessary stuff. Anybody on the screen close to being done?
Yes, sir. Oh, the screen.
This is for mosquitoes. Okay? Arihan, any luck? Yes, beta?
No.
Oh, Advik, no. You are getting a little out of control, not needed. Volume and surface area. I think in couple of minutes from now, I will run out of patience and then I'll end up doing it.
Yes, sir.
Every sentence of mine doesn't need acknowledgement from you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, we have some interesting kids here in the class who are not focusing on solving the problem, but I'm hoping that everybody on the screen is seriously attempting it.
Oh, I'm finished with the first one.
What are you going to do?
I finished the
What
first
have you done so far?
So basically, I calculated the small print, the volume for the small.
This kind of way, if you solve it in this way, I will not even look at it. I don't look at this kind of solution, okay? I don't have any respect for this kind of solution. Trust me. Because for me, math is like telling a story. Where is your story? I don't see a story there. It's drama. I need a story. No, not worth it. I'm telling you why. Because it doesn't help anybody. Neither you. Okay, guys. Yeah.
For the surface area, I got 13,539.68 centimeters.
6 what? Oh.
8.
Oh.
What? Surface area? Whatever is the number. After that, what?
1, 3.
Surface area. Area has to be in centimeters square, inches square, meters square. Never omit this unit, okay? Otherwise, without unit, it has no meaning to it. This will form that. No problem.
13,539.68 centimeters cubed.
Centimeter cube. Okay. How about Myra? Ariyahi? Any luck?
I'm almost there.
Almost there. Myra?
Wait, get us on the surface area or volume or both?
Whoa.
Find out my age, my bank balance, and the height of this building. I have been telling since beginning that we need to find out the volume and surface area of this guy.
Both? But how is it possible when the small one is emerging in the big one?
The talking will not give you ideas. Thinking will give you ideas. Okay. And if you guys keep doing that, everybody else on the screen is also getting disturbed. You are certainly not earning anything out of it, okay? Bivan, Milana, any luck?
So I got around like 13,540.
Okay. Advik, not funny.
Well, that's the point.
Okay. Sami, Dikshita, Anita, Gutta? Sanvita. Yes, Sami, tell me.
So I was kind of confused and I wanted to wait until you explained it to understand it.
Okay, Sanvita. What did you get?
I'm not done yet, but I got around like 19,380.
That is what? Volume or surface area? Myra, don't know.
Sorry.
Okay.
I got like around 1,680.40.
Okay. Bhavish, any idea about what are you leaning towards?
So what I got for surface area
I'll
was
complete.
15,540
40 what?
centimeters.
Centimeters? You're talking about surface area, right?
Yeah.
It has to be centimeters square.
Centimeter square.
Yeah. Okay. Arihan.
Right now I have the volume, which is 8,432 and 3
What was the last thing you said? Centimeter cube? Okay. Okay, guys, last week, what's happening? Okay. So, now for task week, there will be different question. What was the volume of liquid in this one before you came to the class and after you came to the class? Okay, alright. Let's come back to serious business. Now, I'm not going to look at anybody's answer now. Now you guys will look at my answer. Guys, nothing funny here.
Yes, sir.
Advi?
It's not funny, bro.
Sir, why you guys are trying to solve the problem here? Let me deal with it one by one. When I'm dealing with you, I'm dealing with you. I'm dealing with him, I'm dealing with him only. Okay? Same thing. Same thing, right? You are trying to point fingers at somebody else where you are not taking care of your own house. Don't try doing that. That's not a good idea. Now coming back to this one. First of all, I don't really want to worry about how much value everybody got. I'm more concerned about how did we approach this problem. Okay? So I want everybody to pay attention to it. We have this cylinder, the outer one, which has a radius of 14 centimeters. If there was no hole in it, it would have been a perfect cylinder for us. Perfect right cylinder for us, and the volume of that is pi r square into h. That would have been straightforward. Now the problem is, a tiny cylinder is basically cut and extracted from this whole thing. So this is the whole volume that was before minus this volume if you take out, that gives you the total volume of the cylinder. Yeah? Is everybody okay with that? This cylinder, solid cylinder, the outer one, if there was no hole drilled inside this, meaning there was no small cylinder taken out from this, that would have been the outer cylinder, and the volume for that we know that, okay, it's pi r squared h. So we would have put r as 14, so pi into r squared into h, which is 140, and that would have been our volume. But what's happening is, there is a cylinder taken out of it. Okay? So whatever the volume of this cylinder, that much is the volume taken out from the solid cylinder. Does it make sense, Sammy, Suhina, Dikshita? So basically, from this original solid volume minus, let's say this is baby cylinder, okay? I'm calling this a baby cylinder. Let's see how much is the volume that is taken out for this cylinder. Volume of baby cylinder is pi into r square. The r radius is 7 square into the same height. Height is the same, 140. So the baby cylinder's volume is pi into 7 square into 140. And this guy's, the solid cylinder is not 7 square, sorry, 14 square. This radius is 14. 14 square. So here the solid cylinder, the outer one is pi 14 square into 140, and the smaller one is pi 7 square into 140. So difference of these two is the volume left here. Yep. Are you guys with me? So basically pi into 14 square into 140 minus pi into 7 square into 140 is what we have to find out. That will be my volume. Does it make sense? And you guys will realize today how lazy is your teacher. I'm not trying to multiply it here, then multiply it here. I'm saying, okay, this is my volume, this is my volume. This would have been my solid volume, and this is the volume taken out from this. So the difference of these two is my actual volume. So that means pi into 140 is common here and here. So this is 140, sorry. So 14 squared minus 7 squared. That will be my total difference, right? This is my solid volume. This is the volume taken out. So difference of the two. Pi into 14 squared into 140 minus pi into 7 squared minus into 140. Between these two, I see pi and 140 common. I am taking that out. So pi into 140 in bracket 14 squared minus 7 squared. Is this okay so far?
Yes, sir.
Everybody? Now, this is, we are using an algebraic identity. It says a square minus b square equals a plus b into a minus b. Has anybody come across this before?
I know the rules.
Me.
No, I know.
I did.
No?
I did.
Don't worry about it. If you have not come across this, let's not stress out right now. If we knew about this, that would have been easier from a calculation point of view. We don't have to worry about it. 14 squared. 14 squared is 196. Now you say 14 squared is 146, 196, yeah? 4 4 is 16, 4 with 4 plus 1 is 5. 1 4 is 4, 1 1 is 1. 6, 5 plus 4, 9, 1, 196. So 14 squared is 196 and then 7 squared is 49. So 6 minus 9 is 7, 8 minus 4 is 4, 1, 147. So you multiply pi into 140 into 147. Now pi is 22 over 7 into 140 into 147. 7, 20. 22 into 2, 440 into 147. Multiply this, whatever comes, that will be the volume of this hollow cylinder. Yeah? So, if you look at the summary of it, what we did? We just looked at, okay, if I have to find out the volume of this hollow cylinder, meaning, life would have been much easier if this was solid. I would have taken pi r square into h, done. But there is a baby cylinder taken out of it. So if I find the volume of this one, assuming this is solid, and subtract this cylinder's volume from it, that will be my volume of the hollow cylinder. Correct? Everybody? So that's what we did. This is the volume of the solid cylinder, this is the volume of the baby cylinder, this minus this. And from that we got this one, and we can multiply it and find something.
What do you mean a math theorem?
What is that?
What do you mean a math theorem?
What is that?
Because 22 over 2 is 11 and 11 times 20 is 220.
22 over, no, there is no 2. 22 over 7 is my pi. And here I have 140. I divided 140 by 7. That displays 20. So 22 into 2 is 42, 44 and 0, 440.
And what about the 2?
This 2 is not here. This pi r square h, this is the formula.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah? No, I mean it's okay. I will just,
Oh my God, I was
basically idea is here is, okay, no, it's okay. Everybody makes mistake. I can make mistake too. And that's why I have the habit of reviewing it, guys. That's why I have the habit of reviewing it. When I explain to you guys one more time, I'm checking my own self. And that's what everybody's supposed to do. So from this one we found the volume. Now comes the interesting aspect. Surface area. What is the surface area here? No, don't have to be in a hurry. What is the surface area here? Tell me conceptually. If I'm talking about surface area, what are the things that I'm talking about?
Talk about.
What is that?
Oh, I really did not memorize the formula of the.
Even the Bhishma Pitama of math would not be able to remember the formula for this surface area of this guy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The surface of the area?
Oh
You
my.
asked me what surface
Okay.
is.
Hold it there.
Hold it.
Very difficult, beta. Very difficult. Arihan, tell me, what is that you will take into consideration to find out the surface area of this guy? Forget about the calculation part of it. Tell me what all you will take into consideration. Yeah, Arihan, you're mute. Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
So I was thinking like the surface area is kind of the shell, but since there's a small cylinder cut out of it that's the same height, I'm taking into consideration like the bottom, like the base. There's two bases, so like you would have to figure out the hole in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
that area, and then subtract it by the big
So that's a good point. So here we are, earlier what we were saying is this surface, the circle here at the top and circle at the bottom, and then the curved surface. Here, you don't have a circle here, you have a ring. And that ring is made by subtracting this circle from the larger circle. So area of this larger circle, Maya and Maria here. Area of the larger circle is pi r squared, where the r is 14. And area of the smaller circle is pi r squared, where r is 7. So from that you subtract pi r squared 14 and you subtract the pi r squared with 7 from the pi r squared with the radius 14. That is the surface area of this ring, and multiply by 2. You get the surface area both. How about the curved surface area? You will calculate the same way, 2 pi r h. But there is one more surface that we are talking about here, which is inside here. This hollow cylinder that you are seeing here, if you have to find out the surface area, imagine this being a solid bottle, okay? Surface area is only this. I take the cap out. I'm saying find out the surface area. I'm talking about surface inside also here. Same way, if you look at this guy, and stop making those unnecessary reactions, because that doesn't help. Seriously, you're not earning anything out of it. Don't do that. So here when you're talking about this, first conceptually accept what are the surfaces we're talking about. One is here, the ring that you see. This ring is formed by cutting this circle out of the larger circle. So subtracting this small circle's area from the larger circle's area will give you this area of the ring. Multiply by 2, both the top and bottom is covered. Then this curved surface, you will find out. And you have to find out the internal curved surface also here. This is also a surface that is exposed. Yeah? Am I making sense?
Yes.
Yeah? Milana, am I making sense, beta? Deekshita?
Yes. Yes, sir.
And again, beta, everybody, okay? My sincere request to you all, if your friends say yes, nobody is forced to say yes. Ask me questions if there is a tiniest of a doubt to be clarified, and somebody who has already exhausted the quota of asking questions today and has cracked enough jokes will not be allowed to ask questions. Yes. Okay, that was for somebody in the class, but for you guys, if there is a doubt, don't hesitate, ask me questions. Sami, Vivan, Sanvita, are you guys okay with that? Did you guys take that into consideration? The surface area, there is a surface inside also. Everything has a threshold. You would have seen elastic rubber bands, right? You can stretch it to a certain extent. And after a point, it breaks. So my elasticity also has a threshold to it. And when the elasticity limit crosses, I just have a number stored in my phone. Okay? Alright? Okay, so here, this is where whatever basic concept we had learned about right cylinder, volume and surface area, we applied that and extended that understanding to think beyond a basic shape, okay, basic object. Solid right cylinder, everybody can find out. I'm not sure if you guys got that idea that the insider surface area is also to be considered. Had I been you, I would have not probably thought about it at your age probably. I'm sure I've learned it the hard way. I would have probably made some mistakes and then I would have figured it out. So what it means is, if you guys look at the assignment that I sent, why I was talking about assignment in the beginning, I don't get assignment back from you guys. My assignments are not meant for getting you guys under stress. My assignments are meant for me to get an insight into who all are able to apply those concepts for solving it, okay? So if I don't get the assignment back from you guys, I'm completely baffled to figure out if I have been able to explain things to you guys or not. And are you able to apply it or not? Time for this one? No, right? Okay. Alright, so let's pause here. But I'm hoping that even if you did not learn anything new, we certainly learned that these are not only about knowing formulas. How that formula is interpreted to build an understanding on the top of that is where the trick lies. Otherwise, formulas are there everywhere. I mean, just go to Google, find out volume and surface area of right cylinder, and you'll get 10 answers. All of them will be right. You don't really need me actually. Yep.
We always need you.
So, with that being said, we'll do more practice in the class tomorrow. Some more shapes. We'll talk about probably cones and sphere. Cones and spheres, and we'll give you guys the. Okay. So, alright. With that being said, I'll let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and then we'll meet again tomorrow.
How was that so wonderful?
Bye bye. Bye bye.